And on the hill today, Ronaldo Lopez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is...
Now a blast to left center. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. And now Ceddanne Rafaela. And he boots it. Still fires to first.
Yep,
and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. So stepping in for Boston, Nick Kurtz. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And they'll do it again.
There he goes.
Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Did not go. This one in the air, center field. White on the move. And there's 2 down. Hit in the air, center field. White gets under it, and that'll do it. Back here in Atlanta, and getting the start for the Red Sox, Ranger Suarez. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
1 down. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Late with the swing there. Acuna measures 6 feet even, batting second in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela. Ground ball left side. The throw to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Swing and a miss. Swings through that one. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the K. Had him out. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park, and stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. What a stop. Onto the pitcher. It's there, and that's a great play. On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Next offering is downstairs. That one missed. Hard liner. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Contreras headed home. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third. Dangerous hitter at the plate in Trevor Story. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. 2 down. Hard ground ball for a base knock. One runs in. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away.
Everything came together for him. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. Nothing happening as the count evens at 1. 2 on, 2 outs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That's outside. Full count now. That's a base hit. Run scores. Here's the throw. He's in there.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And that is that. Bottom of the inning. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Durant under it. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Ryan Langford.
That one fouled off. The 0-1. And a big swing and a miss. Fly ball down the line. And it had the distance, but slices foul. Got him. That's out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. Here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Up the middle, Rafaela. In plenty of time to first. And back at Truist Park. So stepping in for Boston, Nick Kurtz. Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a leadoff double as they look to keep pulling away.
You know, these Red Sox doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the major league average.
For the Red Sox,
Next to hit, Wilyer Abreu. He's 0 for 1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Dives, and he can't hang on. Gets it there in time, though. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
Nope, that's high.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
No, that's a ball.
Now one miss.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away.
And that'll do it. Back here in Atlanta, now in for the Braves, Ha-Sung Kim. On the ground right side. And it's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Waste no time there. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
The throw to second, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. So here's Murphy now. Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Oh, save. That's a stolen base. One out and a runner at second here in the third and final game of the series. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
The shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Line drive. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. As we go to the top of the fourth. And stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Whoa.
Starts him off with the breaking ball, which isn't surprising. They're trying to keep him off balance, but he's been known to connect on the breaking stuff too.
And that's a fair ball. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here's the third baseman, Marcelo Meyer. On a line, should be extra bases. Coming home. One run across. Story on his way home. Now a relay to the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 5-0.
Center fielder, Jerry Duran.
Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's 6-0. Now around second, going for third. Safe, and that's his third hit.
He was all over that one. Good pitch, hard and inside, but he showed off some quick hands, got the barrel to it, and was able to yank it into the outfield.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. This one in the air, center field. White should have this one. And he makes the catch. Runner tagging and heading for home. He's in on the sacrifice fly. It's 7-0. And next for the Red Sox, Nick Kurtz. Ripped to short. Witt over to first. And he's out.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of the...
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He'll circle the bases. Out towards right center field. Albies has a beat on it. And that is that. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. In the air to left center, Durant on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Braves, third baseman, Austin Riley.
Grounds 1 to short. Fires over to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. 2 outs, base is empty. Matt Olson next up for the Braves. And a swing and a miss.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Two down, nobody on. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout. Back at Truist Park, ready now for the 5th inning. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
1 up, 1 down. See, as an opposing offense, how aware of pitch count are you when it's early in the game?
You're very aware because you're wanting to get a good look at that pitcher, and when he's spraying it all over the place, you're just going to take your time, be very patient, and see if you can get into sort of those gap inning pitchers down in the bullpen, because that's where you can really make your money.
Man at first with one gone. Here's Trevor Story now. Oh, great stop. There's one. Double play. What a great killing. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now in for the Braves, Wyatt Langford. And it's fouled away. Slice to right, and there's one away.
Up next for the Braves, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
The other way, and he beats the shift. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
In the air to left center, Duran moving under it. Takes it in for the out. Here's the center fielder, Eli White. 0 for 1, he hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Out to short, Story. To first, and that ends the inning. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Up next
Yeah.
for the Red Sox, center fielder, Jarren Duran.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. Rafaela now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
It's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman, Nick Kurtz.
And a ground ball to first. They get the force. That's out number 3. Back here in Atlanta, now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
And that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. The 2-run shot. Here's Acuna. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Anthony takes it in for the out. And there's one down. Ground ball up the middle. Nice grab. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. 2 down, bases empty. And the batter now, Matt Olson. Foul ball there. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Hit on the ground to the right side, but it kicks foul. 0-2 now. Got him swinging. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Brent Rooker.
You know, these Red Sox, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Line drive, base hit right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended.
Daysbel Hernandez gets the ball now.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Strike 2.
And on the mound, they can't be feeling too comfortable either. With the way these batters are hitting the baseball, it makes it harder to come into the strike zone for fear of getting hit hard.
Contreras, the next to hit, takes outside.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard.
Oh, look at the stop. The feed for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. Set for the last half of the 7th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Wyatt Langford. Swing and a miss.
Pretty amazing. His first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
In the air, right field. And there's one away. Up the middle, and that one handled. Gets it to first. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Ha-Sung Kim getting ready to hit. And a foul ball. This to third, fair ball. And that keeps the inning alive.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And
oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. A 2-run homer. Sean Murphy gets a chance to hit. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Swings through that. Hard hit left side. Story sends it over to first, and that's the 3rd out. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. Still stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. Check swing, and he went. And now it's even 1-1. Swings through that one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Olson takes it to the bag. First out in the top of the 8th. Into center and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck, carrying well. Up against the wall and brings it in. Looking to complete the cycle with a double.
Hey!
The 0-1.
Nope,
Just
that's off
missed
plate.
with a good breaking ball in. Looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
Story off of first with 2 away. And he swings over the top there.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
The 0-2. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. And it's off the wall. 1 run is in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
And that is that. Back at Truist Park. On to the bottom of the 8th. Bobby Witt Jr. Greg Weisser gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The 0-1. That one the other way. And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps.
Runner on the move. Cut on and miss. Oh, save. That's a stolen base. That's a base hit. Here comes Witt around third. Runner comes in from second to score, and they cut the lead.
Back-to-back singles, totally tied up with that inside pitch. Got to it late and deep in the zone, but he got the bat on plane enough to fight it off the other way.
On the ground to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. On to second. They get 1. 1 out, man at first. Matt Olson next up for the Braves. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Tied him up inside with that one.
Big time GM right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Story over to second, on to first, double play, and that's the inning. Back here in Atlanta, here now the Red Sox DH, Brent Rooker.
That's
Really
the ball.
good run, perhaps a little bit too much on that two-seamer. Couldn't hold the corner.
Hard hit, but right at him and left.
Up next for the Red Sox, right fielder Junior Abreu.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Here he
Checks a
goes.
swing, appeal to third. Yes, he did. That's a swing. 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And 1-2. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, that two-seamer's heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that is back in Atlanta Truist Park. Now in for the Braves, Wyatt Langford. Pinch hitter coming on, Michael Harris II. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. There's a strike. 95 of that one. To the right side. Here's the tag, and he's out. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Inside, almost got him. One and two here. Got him looking for the strikeout. Braves down to their final out. So now pinch hitter for Atlanta, Drake Baldwin, trying to get something going for him with 2 away. Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Red Sox slug their way to a win in this one. Our final score here, 9-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.